Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk in my car. I just had some things on my mind, some anxieties, some worries that I felt like I wanted to talk through, and no one's here. So I'm going to talk through it with you guys. Basically, I have a lot going on right now. A lot of stress within my theater program, a lot of stress with my outside professional choreography job that's coming up, just a lot of internal pressure on myself. My family is also moving soon, so there's that stress as well. Just a lot going on. And so I just wanted to talk through some things that are on my mind. I made a video, one of my first videos ever, months ago, talking about maintaining body positivity in the arts. I highly recommend you go watch that video if that's something that you're interested in hearing about or something that you're interested in talking about. But I'm going to kind of touch on that a little bit in this video. So this is a little trigger warning that if you don't enjoy talking about body positivity or anything that has to do with body image, then this might not be the video for you. I don't want to say anything that upsets anyone. So if you feel that that might upset you, then click off of this video. I saw this Instagram dancer that I'm obsessed with posted this thread basically where she was talking about how her weight has fluctuated as a dancer and how she has been turned down for jobs and that she's been told to lose weight and all these horrible things, and that she's literally not gotten work from her body, and they've literally told her, like, we could hire you, we just don't have your costume, or drop 30 pounds and then we would hire you. Body positivity is a huge part of my personality. It's a huge part of who I am and my identity, but so is being a dancer, and I want to work professionally in this industry. And hearing her say that just made me feel, number one, so ashamed of this industry that is a thing, because this woman is an incredible dancer, and the fact that they said that to her is so disheartening that we aren't moving forward in this industry in the ways that I think we should be. And it makes me scared for the progress that I've made, because I don't even consider myself necessarily a huge body positivity advocate as much as I do body neutrality now, because as I have developed more self-love and more confidence in my appearance, I have kind of ignored my body, if that makes sense. And body neutrality isn't ignoring your body, it is just viewing your body as a tool, viewing your body for the things that it does for you rather than what it looks like. Whereas body positivity is, I look like this, every body is beautiful, which I still stand by and which I still feel. But I think that sometimes body neutrality makes me feel more comforted, because it's literally the ideal that your body is the least important thing about you. It's like the least interesting thing about you, is that mentality that I think really helps me, is that you're the only person who is genuinely criticizing your body in the mirror. You're the only person who sees these little things. Like, when you meet someone, they're not looking at your body, at least I hope they're not. They're looking at your personality and the way that you speak and the way that you affect others. Body neutrality has been a big comforter to me. But this is all part of my spiel of, this industry is like scary, and I'm scared that it's going to send me backtracking on my journey to self-love. And I feel confident in my body, beautiful and sexy for the first time in my life. I wake up in the morning and I look at myself in the mirror, and regardless of how my body looks, I feel good. And so that's why I feel like body neutrality, body positivity has gotten me so far. And hearing someone that I respect in this industry talking about that on her Instagram, it scares me, because I know in my heart that, I have something to offer, and I'm afraid that my body is going to be is going to be picked apart, like how hers is being picked apart. And don't get me wrong, she still works. It's not like she doesn't work professionally. She's just being honest that she's been turned away from jobs where they have told her to lose weight. And part of me is like, well, fuck them. I don't want to work for them anyway. But I don't know what's going to happen. What if I get so desperate for employment, for jobs, that the people who I'm going out for auditions for are turning me away because of my body type? Like, I hate that. I hate that mindset. I hate that is an anxiety that I have. I hate that she had to talk about that. And she also talks a lot about how weight fluctuates and how her body has changed so much, like, over quarantine, but also, like, when she gets a professional job, she loses weight. When she stops having professional jobs, she gains weight. Like, that happens, you guys. Like, that's so normal. And also, specifically, like, teenage years, and I'm 20, so I'm not a teenager anymore, but teenage years, specifically, your weight fluctuates so much. That is so normal, especially if you're a woman and you're on birth control. That's a whole nother topic. Don't even get me started on that. I don't know. This is just a stressor of the industry that I've just been thinking about, because I'm going to be entering my senior year, and I'm scared. I'm scared to go out into this world and be picked apart by people because of the way I look. And scary. It's scary because I preach all these things about I love myself, and I do. But it's like, how am I going to feel when I'm out there? You know, like, is it going to be different? Am I going to feel bad again because of that? And if so, that's a shame, you know? Another thing I wanted to talk about is my department has season auditions coming up, and I have a little bit of anxiety about that because I'll be a senior, and I haven't had as many performance opportunities as people in years past because of COVID. And I've been lucky enough to understudy and to have experiences with processes of different shows. And we just did Theory of Relativity, which was a fully streamed production. And that was like my first actual production here at Wright State that I was in. Not that I was understudying, but that I was actually a part of. And I'm extremely grateful for that. But going into my senior year, I'm concerned about what's going to happen. I keep thinking about my resume. I keep thinking about when I get out into the world, looking at my resume, the lack of performance opportunity that I've had due to COVID. And in my head, like, I know that people are going to have to be lenient, and they're going to have to be understanding with the fact that MT programs haven't gotten to perform because of COVID. Like, it's not our fault. But I feel that I'm majoring in this thing that I'm so passionate about that I haven't really had the opportunity to do for almost 2-3 years because of COVID. Like, we worked on Theory of Relativity. That was my first time working on a score, like a musical score, in multiple years. And this is my major, so that's just absolutely insane to me. And it really, it was a wake-up call to me, because I had a moment where I was like, wow, I really do love this. I'm doing the right thing. It feels magic. Like, when I'm working on a theater project, I just feel fulfilled, and it feels magic. And not getting to do that in front of an audience for so long, it hurts. Like, it hurts my soul to not do that. And what if I don't get a chance to do it senior year? I keep thinking that. I'm like, there are so many people in my program who haven't had performance opportunities. Like, I'm not alone in this. What if I don't get cast? Like, I just like, period, point blank, what if I don't get cast? Like, I keep thinking that in my head. What if I don't get cast at all? Casting is so difficult because you truly never know what they're thinking. You don't know what they want. It is pointless to sit around and just overthink, to sit around and convince yourself that you're not what they want when you could be. But it's also bad to go in like, I'm gonna get cast, I've got this in the bag, because then when you don't, you're like, well, shit, I'm disappointed as fuck. Finding that happy medium is really rough. I've just been trying to tell myself and be gentle with myself throughout this whole process, because all I can do is go in there and do the best that I can. All I can do is go in there with a great attitude, show them what I have to offer, and hope that that's something that they're wanting. I don't know. I'm afraid. I keep going back. I'm like, what if I don't get cast at all? And if I don't get cast at all, would that be the worst thing in the entire world? No. The fact that I go to a musical theater program is a blessing. The fact that I got to do a fully streamed production with a named character role is a blessing. And if that's what I do at Wright State, I learned a lot from it. I hope that senior year I get to perform on stage. I hope I get to be in front of that audience. And I'm afraid I'm not going to. And I'm trying to accept the fact that if that doesn't happen, that doesn't mean I'm any less of a performer or less of an artist than I was before. It doesn't say that I'm not good enough. It's just I'm not what they're looking for. And that's like a huge mindset shift that I think we all need to make in this industry. It's just, you're not for everyone. This goes into life. You're not for everyone. But that doesn't mean you're not for someone. That doesn't mean that someone doesn't want that part of you. Someone doesn't see your worth. I just wanted to talk through some of that anxiety because I keep thinking about it. I just keep thinking like, oh my God, I'm not gonna get cast. Like, I'm gonna be a senior, I'm not gonna get cast. And like, whatever, who cares? And that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna want it. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna lift myself up when I go into the audition room and be like, you're gonna do great. Like, hyping myself up, because that all has to do with a great audition. And that, I think, you going in and knowing you're going to do well, knowing that you do have something to offer is important. But I think knowing you have something to offer is different than knowing they're going to want you, knowing that they're going to want what you have to offer. I just have to say, okay, this is who I am. I think it's great. I hope you think it's great too. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I just wanted to talk through some of that stuff because this industry's just been freaking me out. I think we're all getting vaccinated. Everyone's getting a little too comfortable and just assuming that things are going to be 100% back to normal. And do not get me wrong, I hope that's true. I hope that we all get vaccinated and we go back to school in the fall and we're all unmasked. I would love that. I would love that. I think it's important that we continue to be safe, and we also continue to be realistic with ourselves that I'm entering my senior year in a global pandemic. I have no idea what the fall is going to look like. Broadway has tentative opening dates. Like, that's great. But how is this industry going to look when I get out? You know, I think that's like an important thing to think about. And it's becoming real that I'm going to be a senior. I have one more year. And whether that's on stage performing and getting performance opportunity, or whether it's in class working my ass off, either way, I'm going to learn something from that. And that's enough for me. I just wanted to talk a little bit. Like I said, I've just been overthinking. I'm in my head. I've literally been sitting in my driveway for so long talking to you guys. If you're out there and if you're having any of these feelings about the industry that you're in, or about your program, or if you're entering a musical theater program, or anything, if you're not even going to be an actor and these things that I'm saying about self-love, if that just resonates with you, great. I hope that you gained something from this little talk session with me. I really, really love this outlet that I have on YouTube, and I have a very small little subscriber family right now, but this is just such a great outlet for me, and it makes me feel like if I could help one person, then I'm doing the right thing. If I could help one person with me sitting here talking about things I'm anxious about, then I've done my job. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and give yourself some love. Be gentle with yourself today, and go get some coffee, and I will see you all next Sunday. Bye.